Ever wonder how that skyscraper stays cool in summer? Or how your office building keeps humming along? Meet the unsung heroes of our urban jungle stationary engineers. These are the men and women who keep our cities running smoothly, day in and day out. They're the reason you're not sweating buckets at your desk or shivering in the conference room. They're the first ones in and the last ones out, and they do it all behind the scenes where most of us never even think to look. So next time you're enjoying a perfectly climate-controlled room, spare a thought for the stationary engineer who made it possible. Stationary engineers are the masters of all things mechanical in a building. They're the ones who keep the heart of the structure beating. Think of them as the doctors for buildings. They diagnose problems, perform regular checkups, and make sure everything's running smoothly. First up, there's the heating and cooling systems. These aren't your average home thermostats, folks. We're talking about massive HVAC systems that can heat or cool entire skyscrapers. Stationary engineers need to know these systems inside and out. They're the ones who make sure you're not freezing in winter or melting in summer. They manage complex air filtration systems that keep out pollutants and maintain healthy indoor air quality. Stationary engineers also handle power generation and distribution. They're responsible for keeping the lights on and the elevators moving. From plumbing to water treatment, these folks make sure the taps keep flowing and the toilets keep flushing.
Mike, in this job, you've got to be ready for anything. 1 minute you're doing routine maintenance, the next you're racing to fix a broken pipe before it floods the basement.
So what's a typical day like for a stationary engineer? Well, let me tell you, there's no such thing as a typical day in this job. Every day brings new challenges and surprises. The day usually starts early, often before the sun's up. These folks are the first ones in the building, making sure everything's up and running before the rest of us even hit the snooze button. They'll do a walkthrough of the building, checking all the major systems. Throughout the day, they'll be monitoring systems, performing maintenance, and responding to any issues that pop up. It could be anything from a malfunctioning air conditioner to a power outage. These engineers need to be ready to tackle any problem at a moment's notice. A big part of the job is preventative maintenance. When they do solve a tricky problem or prevent a major issue, well, that's when the job is most rewarding. Section 4. The toolbox, skills and knowledge. Now you might be thinking, Mike, what does it take to be a stationary engineer? Well, let me tell you, it's not for the faint of heart. These folks need a wide range of skills and knowledge. They're part mechanic, part electrician, part plumber, and part computer whiz. First off, you need a solid understanding of mechanical systems. We're talking about everything from boilers and chillers to pumps and compressors. You've got to know how these systems work, how to maintain them, and how to fix them when they break down. Then there's the electrical know-how. Stationary engineers need to understand electrical systems, from basic wiring to complex control panels. In today's high-tech world, stationary engineers also need to be comfortable with computers. It's like being a pilot for a building, with all sorts of gauges and controls to monitor. Section 5. Becoming a stationary engineer. So, you're interested in becoming a stationary engineer? Well, buckle up because it's quite a journey. But let me tell you, it's a rewarding one. There are a few different paths you can take, and each one has its own challenges and rewards.
One common route is through apprenticeship programs. These programs are like boot camps for stationary engineers. You'll learn on the job, working alongside experienced pros. It's hands-on training at its finest. Another path is through formal education. Many community colleges and technical schools offer programs in stationary engineering or related fields.
Section 6. Unsung heroes of comfort and safety. Now let's talk about why stationary engineers are so darn important. These folks are the unsung heroes of our modern world. They're the reason we can work, shop and live comfortably in large buildings. Without them, our cities would grind to a halt.
Think about it. Every time you step into an office building, a hospital, or a shopping mall, you're benefiting from the work of stationary engineers. They keep the lights on and the elevators running. In hospitals, they maintain critical systems that can mean the difference between life and death.
But it's not just about comfort. These engineers play a crucial role in safety too. They're like the guardian angels of our urban spaces.